had a chance to watch this a couple days ago, and it still resonates with me. I didn't want to watch it per se, but because I just knew the heavy toll it was going to take. But I watched it, and I'll probably get into my reaction review after. So let's check this out. I Am Vanessa Guillen official trailer on Netflix right now. Let's check this out.
Her case is grabbing headlines across the nation. People want to know, where is Vanessa Guillen?
Where's my sister? They know where she is, and I want them to speak up.
This was not one of those cases the military can sweep under the rug.
Vanessa's always been the bravest of all of us. Something was wrong with her the few months after she was stationed at Fort Hood.
Not being able to sleep, losing weight. She would tell me that things weren't what they seemed.
Dijo, sí he sido acusada por un superior ahí en Fort Hood. Es una base de corrupción, de maldad.
I called the staff sergeant. He's like, we don't know anything about her. You guys don't have cameras, nothing. And they were like, no.
The military did not give a damn. Fort Hood seems to cultivate the worst of the worst.
A lot of missing soldiers, a lot of dead soldiers, a lot of bad there.
She's in the army. She's supposed to be safe there.
Ya traté yo y nada, le dije, ¿cómo? Estos animales, dije, no me van a buscar a mi niña. Yo he de buscar a mi hija yo.
The Guillen family were not going to stay quiet.
The Hispanic culture is the sleeping giant, and the Guillen family woke it up.
People using my sister as a resemblance of themselves.
Hashtag I Am Vanessa Guillen. I remember saying, she is us.
It kept growing and growing.
What's her name?
Sexual assault scandals are the new norm for the military.
Clearly an epidemic.
We had no other choice but to go and fight for legislation under my sister's name.
The military counts on survivors and their families staying quiet, and they miscalculated dramatically.
If we got Congress to listen, then we can get Congress to pass the bill.
This is our last chance. They do not support the full Vanessa Guillen Act. We have to really push on them.
This is not a Republican, Democratic issue. This is not a race issue. This is a human issue, so it should be everyone's issue.
Man, watching this, truly heartbreaking. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. It was really, really heartbreaking watching this of how she just inspired to want to be in the military so bad. And when she got there, it was not what it seemed. And just, she went to the worst of the worst. Now, never heard of Fort Hood before this, but now everybody is well aware of Fort Hood after the traumatic stuff that happened with Vanessa Guillen, as she, you know, was being sexually harassed by her sergeant, staff sergeant, and, you know, basically her supervisors. And it broke my heart when she was telling her mom, like, yeah, it was other girls, like, I've seen it, you know, it was other girls. And she's like, hey, mom, I lied, it happened to me too. And I was like, man, that's news no parent wants to hear from their kid, man. Like, and the fact that she was in a position where she really couldn't get out of it, you know, like she was coming home and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, you're coming home every weekend, I wouldn't go back, you know, just, you know, you're gonna have to come find me, court-martial me, AWOL, I don't care, I'm not going back. But she kept going back, and then it got bad when some of her friends that was in the Army was like, hey, you know, when the last time you seen her? She was out with Robinson. Everybody was like, oh, wow, yeah. So that dude had like probably a lot of mental health issues. He was scary, probably doing all kinds of shady stuff. And basically that was her supervisor. So of course he was gonna mess with her. And it didn't sit well with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And namely her sister, where just the things surrounding her death, of how it was, where she left her phone, her keys right here, and it was like by her bunk and stuff like that. So it was like, it's very unusual. And finding out that the dude raped her and killed her and dismembered her body and tried to throw it in a bag and burn it. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And the dude had his girlfriend to help him. And I'm just like, man. So he committed suicide doing all that. And it took months. That's what hurt me the most. I was like, man, something happened, and I knew the military wasn't going to get involved because there was something that happened not on the weekend, not, at a bar or a restaurant. It happened on their campus, on their premise, and she's in active duty. She's not like she's not active, that it's like I said, it's not after hours. No, she's on actual active duty. And so they were trying to sweep it on the rug because it made them look really, really bad. And they're going to have to fork up a lot of freaking money. And it took them like 2 months after everyone was already looking for her. And I was like, that is so messed up. If that don't scare people to be like, hey, look, this military stuff ain't for me. Yeah, you need to really have a double check to be like, is this military stuff for me? You know what I'm saying? Because even she was explaining even what's going on here. Like, it don't even matter what gender you are, what sex you are. It's happening to males, it's happening to girls, it's happening to everybody. And I was just like, that's truly traumatizing in itself to have PTSD when you're not even in war. It's just, you're just on active duty. And I have a love and hate relationship with veteran court because, my dad's a veteran and he goes through a veteran court. That it's some laws that's been sitting up there for 200 years that I feel like should be changed, especially namely with sexual assault. I feel like you should have your independent investigation and go to also a Supreme Court, federal court, other than veteran court. Like you should also treat that as a criminal charge, not just under the military, but also under the pretense of a civilian. Like I do believe that, you know what I'm saying? But it was really, really hard watching this, and I loved her sister's courage to really speak up and go in front of these cameras because that pain, you know it's there. It's so heartbreaking to see. Even with her mom, her mom had to get up there and talk and like, where's my baby? That is hurtful to see that. You know what I'm saying? And it's more hurtful that her mom got sick because of it, because she knew something was wrong. And it just felt like as a parent, you feel like a failure because it's like, I knew something was wrong, but I feel like I couldn't do anything about it until it was too late. And that's gut-wrenching to any parent, to anyone, you know what I'm saying? So this was a truly tragic story. And even when they got the law passed, it was the way that they had to pass it was so sad because it was so many implications that they had to take off. And I'm happy that they're trying to reintroduce the original bill because the provised one was so many things taken off so it to be passed. And basically, it was for nothing. So depending on what president is going to be sitting, I really hope that they get this bill passed about sexual assault in the military because that's something that really needs to be looked at, worked on, handled, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell that this has happened to a lot of people, as they kept saying, missing soldiers, dead soldiers. And I'm like, why is this happening at Fort Hood and Fort Hood only? And I'm like, that place needs to be shut down. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else. That doesn't sound like this. It's really, really, really fully functioning, operating, under a lot of things. And I tell myself it's a lot of corruption from from the top all the way down, So I really hope that they get a lot more justice than what they got and a lot more closure than what they got because this is truly a heartbreaking story. So, you guys enjoyed my reaction and review of I Am Vanessa Guillen official trailer. Out now on Netflix, and make sure if you guys watch it, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of watching this documentary on Netflix about Vanessa Guillen. Rest in peace to Vanessa Guillen and all the other soldiers that had fell victim to sexual assault and other things at Fort Hood. So, subscribe to my channel, post comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.